Hello everyone and welcome along to round 5 of the ILR1 World Championship here from Monte Carlo. Well, it's the first ever Monte Carlo night race in ILR, the first ever week of it. Of course, ILR3 and has already had its taste of it, ILR4 as well, but we are now here in full wet conditions for ILR1, a night race, wet tyres around Monte Carlo. Jamie, you join me tonight. This is looking like something very, very special, isn't it? A tasty qualifying session in store.
Needed, yes. So I was watching Shimasi absolutely drift the car through that uphill into the casino section. I wonder what the race is going to be at. You know how sick it'd be if it's a wet race. I low-key want a wet race just because the racing is better. I feel like it's a lot easier to overtake.
Well, yeah, there's every possibility. I think generally on the F1 2017 game, it can be harder to overtake on wet conditions on your average racetrack.
Your average track.
This is far from it.
Yeah.
This is a Monte Carlo street circuit where the walls are very, very close, and this is going to be one of the biggest challenges of the season by a long way. And look at that from Bulletproof, a 125.5. We don't really know what a representative lap time is in these conditions.
I don't know what a fast lap time is.
2 seconds quicker than anyone else that's gone so far suggests it might be a decent effort. Yeah, we have no idea what kind of lap times to expect here as Frisky CJ is bouncing off all the barriers. He's one of the 4 drivers to have completed a lap time in the opening few minutes. Mercedes now of 24.9. 6/10 quicker than Bulletproof. Jamie, I don't know. I think we can see a few cars outside 107% here.
Yeah.
A few cars without a time at all.
I know that they do make exceptions for being outside the 107% time if it's wet, right? Because a couple of drivers look like they're going to need it. Whoa, what's going on here?
Little Blocks is now going quicker. Little Blocks a 124.3. So remember, Little Blocks winner last time out, and he'll be looking to go and win again here in Monte Carlo as the cars all struggle for grip around this street circuit. So many bumps, potholes, drain covers, white lines, all these things you have to watch for in these tricky conditions, sliding off pavement, sliding into the barrier. It's so tricky, and we've only got 8 lap times on the board with 5.5 minutes to go in the session. This could be one of the strangest qualifying sessions and orders in ILR history. It's Little Blocks on top, Sarah Mercedes second, Michael Davis is third, Bullet 4, Asa Pace is sixth, CJ sixth, Brandon 7th, and Johnny 8th as Little Blocks at their back end.
A huge moment in the tunnel.
Going down the Nouvelle Chicane. That would have been a monstrous accident. I'm seeing it Falcon and Gordon N have both fitted inters in the garage. They've not run to the track, but they have them fitted, ready for use if required. Sarah Mercedes crosses the line and improves slightly on a 124.7 to move within a couple of tenths of Little Blocks, but again, not quite close enough. And the lap time slowly coming down, and it's all going to be last man across the line, Jamie, you feel, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's all about who's going to be the last man over the line. I feel like if the conditions continue to improve, especially if it's possible to bolt on the intermediates. I mean, there's 4 minutes left in qualifying, so if it's continuing to get drier and it does go to intermediates, somebody risks it in the inters, then yeah, it will be a very interesting one. I don't know why only 9 drivers set a lap though when there's 4 minutes to go. That's what I'm trying to figure out what's going on. If drivers are supposed to get drier,
waiting on inters, Jamie, because there's 5 guys now, 6 guys in the pits on intermediate tyres just waiting to go. And I think that Falcon has made the first move. He is out there now on the intermediate tyre. Let's go and watch him. Is he keeping the car on the road and out of those barriers in these treacherous conditions? A 124.3 will be his target. He's the first man to go experimenting. Anyone else out there on the track at the moment is on the full wet tyre. You've got No Wet, Gonanen, Lewis and Zalin and Bullet and Lickle all on intermediates but in the pit lane. Zalin now makes his move out of the pits on intermediate tyres. So here we go. Is this when we're going to really see the times come down? We'll keep an eye on those guys in a moment, but I think we need to stick with those guys out there on wets. How are they coping? Shimasi currently 5th quickest, coming towards the end of a lap, around the 10th down in his current best. Will he decide to come in for a set of intermediate tyres here? And that will really, oh, there's a big slide and a small clip of the armco for Shimasi, and indeed he's coming in. So I think everyone going for one late bid on the intermediate tyres. Well, this is going to be frenetic and frantic, absolutely crazy finale to this session.
Especially in Monaco.
Cliffy staying out there, Cliffy's staying out at the moment on wets. Will he come in at the end of this lap? Still only 9 drivers with a time on the board.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. And half of them are still sat in the pits.
I find it absolutely crazy.
Oh.
It's Cliffy. Oh, that was massive. How did he not end up in the ball there? He cuts the chicane, and he knows now it's time for a set of intermediate tyres. He's coming down towards the pit lane, I would think. A lot of cars out there on their outlaps now on intermediates.
Falcon's in a lap.
He's on one at the moment, so let's keep an eye on Falcon as he heads down towards Mirabel. Through there he goes now into the lowest hairpin, the slowest corner on the Formula 1 calendar. Imagine how slow it is in the wet. You must be going about 25 miles an hour through there. And Falcon down the hill through Portier. All the boats out in the harbour, glistening in the dark night with all their windows and all their lights turned on. As Falcon now exits the tunnel down into the Nouvelle Chicane. Tricky braking point, one of the most difficult braking points on the track, without doubt. Very easy to overshoot. He comes out of there now, the back end sliding into Tabac, which is so committed in the dry conditions. It's far from it here, clipping the wall through the swimming pool chicane. And Falcon just about keeping it on the island. Is he about to go quickest of all and smash that time of Lico Blocks? The 124.3.
I don't know.
He's going to be the first man to cross the line on the inters. What can Falcon do? Round the final corner, up to the line. He's going to absolutely destroy this. A 1 minute 22.8. Now we need to look for Zalin. Zalin was the next man to go onto a set of intermediates, and he's down braking at the Nouvelle Chicane with lots of traffic in front of him. Through the Nouvelle Chicane, onto the exit, and look at this, 3 cars all in front of him. Brandon moves aside in those wets. He's left it very late to post a time. Brandon on inters, he won't get one in on inters. He's currently 6th though, which is a great performance for Brandon. Look at that, all those cars trying to get out of the way, and they quite simply couldn't get out of the way for Zalin.
I don't think Zalin's lap was that quick. He was well down on his wet time actually when he went through the chicane. So I think he's actually winding one up proper now.
Ace Pace about to wind one up. Michael Davis, where's he? He's on outlaps. They're all on outlaps. I can't find anyone that's on a quick one at the moment. What about Gone and N? I think he's on a quick one on intermediates. Lewis perhaps as well, maybe? Yeah, no, slow one I think for Lewis. But where is Gone and N? I think he is on one. So he's in a Mercedes, and now we've got Novak going second. He's done one on inters, but he's absolutely nowhere near Falcon. That's a great opening lap from Falcon, you have to say. Gone and N, currently 17th, without a time on the board. He really does need this, Jamie, because if he makes a mistake now, he's going to be down at the back of the field in Monaco. This is his only chance to do a lap time. He might just squeeze another one in after this, but he'll need to be quick. Bulletproof the tyres, it's 6th quickest for him on the wet tyre. What can Gone and N do? Falcon lowers the bar further. He's nearly 2 seconds. He is 2 seconds clear of the rest of the pack. That will surely change in the remaining moments. Here comes Gone and N. The Finn round Anthony Nose up towards the line. It's not going to be a 22-1, that's for sure. Can he at least go into 3rd position?
Yeah, he can.
So a 123.6, Lico Blocks improves to a 122.6. Lico Blocks can go again, so can Falcon, so can Nowak.
Michael Davis is on 2.
No, Michael Davis, he's furthest round. We'll stick with Michael Davis.
Ooh.
A former champion in ILR1. What can he do? Michael Davis, he's been in the shade for so long. He was terrible last season, and so far this season, he's not been on it either. Michael Davis, round Anthony Nose, towards the start line, slipping and sliding his Mercedes out of the final corner. Up to the line goes Michael Davis. And he's 5th. Quickest. Zalin, I see, has gone 3rd as well with his effort. Here comes Nowak for the line. 7th becomes 3rd. And now we wait for Falcon. We wait for Lico. What about Johnny and Lewis? Where are they? Lewis is in the wall. He's down in 14th. The championship leader in trouble. So where is Falcon? He's coming round. Raskas into Anthony Nose. Incredible into this session. Lewis retires. It's a horrible qualifying for the championship leader. But what can Falcon do? Can he stretch his advantage further? He can. 121.7. And what about Lico?
He's 3 cents up, but it's not going to be enough.
It probably won't be enough for Lico. Can he improve though? He can. So a 122.0. Well, it's not coming up on the left. Maybe he invalidated.
Yeah, for some reason it's not coming up on the left. It might have been validated. But that's Falcon
there
for
you
pole
go.
then.
What a crazy session that was. A slow burner to start with. Everyone trying to find their feet on those wet tyres. And eventually, it was those guys that sat in the pits, bided their time, waited for the inters, and it worked for them very well indeed. Falcon He just seemed a class above everyone there, Jamie, didn't he? He just got those tires switched on from the very first lap he did and just built the confidence from there. But that's what's so important. Get the first lap in, do a good first lap, and then build from there. And Falcon done a great job, didn't he, Jamie?
Yeah, look at the gaps amongst the field. It's just, I wouldn't say it's skill-based, but the gaps are... Falcon's really hooked the car up. I think he's going to be a very strong favorite to win this race if he doesn't put it in the wall. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, absolutely. A very impressive drive from Falcon there. And that has got to be the biggest field spread I've seen in ILR history. Look at that. But that is purely due to the conditions. And it's Falcon who takes the pole position here in Monte Carlo tonight. The Williams driver on top. Lickleblock second quickest. A solid effort from him. The winner last time out, of course. Backing it up again with a solid performance. Nowek third in the Toro Rosso. Zalin fourth quickest. Gordon was fifth. Michael Davis was sixth. Asa Pace seventh, and Johnny was eighth, the last of the intermediate runners. Senna Mercedes ninth, the quickest on the wets, and Bulletproof rounds out the top 10, some 3.8 seconds off the pace. Wow, Jamie. Wow.
Well, here we are then, right?
Yeah, here we are. I wonder what the weather will be for the Grand Prix. Are we going to have similar conditions? It doesn't look like it. It is dry conditions here in Monaco. And a very nice evening to get us into the Grand Prix. A total transition from the damp conditions last night, the torrential conditions from last night's qualifying, of course, where we saw Falcon put it on pole. And of course, this is also going to be interesting, Jamie. What tyres will the drivers choose? Will they choose the supers? Will they choose the ultras? That will be a one-stop race, providing they can keep out of the wall.
It's just smart, really, to go for the ultras and then go to supers like a standard race. Because I mean, if you go supers to ultras, you risk getting someone getting the undercut on you, and that's the last thing you want on a track like this.
And not only that, you're also running longer into a risky situation where you could end up damaging the wing and having to go into the ultra. You don't want to be doing that.
You don't want to be doing that.
That's the last thing you want to be doing. So you think most of the field would go for the ultra soft, as it
yeah, most of them have. Only 3 went for the supers.
Yeah, there you go. Most of them have. I'm actually surprised that not everyone has done it. I suppose some guys further down the field maybe feel they've got to try something different. But there you go. Falcon on pole position on those ultra soft tyres. Lickleblock second on the ultra soft tyre. And you've got Nowek third, ultra soft tyre. Zalin starts from fourth position this afternoon, or this evening I should say. And he's on the ultras, as has gone in. Michael Davis sixth, Asa Pace seventh, Johnny eighth, and Senna Mercedes ninth, all on the ultra soft tyre. And then the first man on those super softs, Jamie, it's Bulletproof. And what do you think that might be for a difference in strategy? Do you think maybe he's confident with the car around here? Doesn't think he's going to damage the wing early? Perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if that's what he's going to do, then I mean, he's going to have to go way late into the race. But I mean, say the people behind him don't get any damage, he's going to risk getting overtaken by the people behind him. So he needs to show some actual, he has to show basically ultra soft pace on those super softs.
Yeah, I have to say, not only that, I think a few guys behind, when they seen the tyre covers, tyre blankets come off that Haas car of Bulletproof, they'd have been a bit disappointed because they're going to be held up by him now. Brandon 11th, Shimasi 12th, CJ 13th, lowest 14th. He'll be furious.
He'll be furious with that.
Away down there, and all those guys are going to be stuck behind Bulletproof on slower tyres, so that's going to be a tough afternoon for them. Matt is 15th, Itsme is 16th, Bugatti 17th, Cliffy's 18th, and Hayden 19th. Cliffy and Itsme also elected to go on to a set of super soft tyres, so it's going to be quite an interesting race. We'll see how it pans out, but yeah, we're in for a cracker.
This will be an interesting one.
Leader is way down in 14th place, but Lewis does lead this championship by 1 point to Bistas. Bistas isn't here tonight, so Lickleblocks has a glorious opportunity to take what you have to say would be a surprise title lead. He starts second. Can he get the victory off Falcon, who himself is trying to bring himself back into play after a poor start in this championship? Well, we'll find out when the lights go out how it's going to pan out. They're all on the grid now, and we're all set for the start of the Monaco Grand Prix, round 5 of the championship. Dry conditions are with us here for the opening round, the 5th round of the championship. And we are racing in Monaco. Falcon leading from pole, Lickleblocks alongside, and what is the shortest run into turn 1 on the calendar? And predictably, Falcon is ahead, but there's contact between the two. and damage as well. Incredible start there. Falcon ahead of Lickle. Nowhere can start as they all charge up the hill into Massey. Who was damaged there? All sorts of chaos going into turn one between the front two. I think they might have got away with it, Jamie. I think they got away with it, did they?
Something flew off. Something flew off in the turn one. It looked like it came off the Force Indy. I'm not too sure. Falcon kind of squeezed him against the wall, and something flew up. I'm not too sure if it was the front wing of Lickle Bluffs. So we can take a look. I'm not too sure whose it was, but it was something did come flying off.
CG as well. Rubbing wheels. I think there's a lot of lag between those two cars there. They're rubbing wheels all the way around the racetrack.
Oh yeah, it's a desync from Bullet.
So we'll keep away from that one because it's just total chaos, to be honest. But it is Falcon holding his lead in a controversial circumstances in the turn one. How did you read that, Jamie? Falcon versus Lickle.
I'm not too sure. I mean, Falcon didn't. It's not like Falcon did anything naughty there, to be honest. I mean, it was just Falcon holding his line and keeping it going into turn one. I mean, it is Monaco. It's the shortest run down to turn one. Plus, turn one is absolutely narrow. So I mean, it was a risk that Lickle Bluffs had to take, and Falcon kind of showed him how it was done. I mean, a bit of damage, but I mean, that's just racing.
Well, it is now lap 2 of the Grand Prix. Falcon leads from Lickle. Nowak third, Zallen fourth. The top 5 unchanged with Gordon in fifth. Michael Davis sixth. Ace of Pace seventh. Senna Mercedes in 8th, Johnny 9th, and then we've got a battle between two desinking cars, CJ and Bullet, and 10th and 11th. Interestingly, Lewis has managed to jump up to 12th position off the start, so a really positive getaway from him, Jamie, I have to say. Yeah. Shimasi 13th, that's me 14th. Cliffy is 50th, Bugatti 16th, and was there anyone in the pits on that opening lap?
You know what, I was going to say, everyone's within a second.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Wow, absolutely incredible. Great advert for the league, isn't it? To see everyone, nobody's tripping over each other on a track like this.
That's good to see it. Gunnar seems to be struggling though. I'm not too sure what's going on there. I think he's the one with the missing end plate, actually, I think.
Oh yeah, you were right. It was a Force Indy with damage. Yeah, it was Gunnar in.
It was Gunnar in.
Lickle Blocks. And he is now holding, he's going to be holding everyone up pretty soon. He's 2.7 off the back of Zallen already. And obviously, because it's all about track position on a track like this, Jimmy, you just can stay out there and hold the ball up.
It's not even worth pitting. Yeah. Falcon 12.6. Wow, these guys are flying in the lead.
Yeah, the top 3 are a lot quicker than Zallen, aren't they? Even Zallen can't keep with them.
Yeah.
1.2 away from them. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on him, but he is not quite keeping within the second that everyone else in the pack is seeming to be doing. And obviously Gordon in as well with that damaged wing. So it's going to be tricky for Gordon in. A very tricky first stint. Can he make it work? Can he keep himself on the racetrack, be disciplined, and avoid any contact with the wall? It's not going to be easy to do that with such damage, Jamie, because they're so used to going around the racetrack with everything intact, everything working hunky-dory.
Yeah.
And you've got any damage like that, that's going to really hurt them into corners like Tabac, isn't it? Tabac's where
that's really going to hurt you. Is CJ's ghosted, sorry, and that's allowed CJ, Lewis and Shimasi through. I'm not too sure what happened there. I'm not too sure still who. Yeah. I'm not too sure which one is the decent.
We've got Michael Davis having to defend from Ace of Pace in the breaks into the new version in there, and unable to make a move as Shimasi now picks up a 10-second time penalty. I don't know why that is. He must have cut the corner.
He must have blown out of the chicane or something. Nowak is. Wait, hold on. Lickle Blocks is in with half the wing missing.
Oh, so Lickle Blocks in. So both Force India is in trouble. Obviously, he's just done that, Lickle Blocks.
Yeah,
he
must have just done that.
Because he was working fine, he was keeping with Falcon, and not anymore.
There's been a crash at the pit entry, actually, between CJ and Shimasi as well.
Where's that?
It was at the pit lane entry. I just caught a glimpse of that, too.
Goodness me, so those two having a nightmare as well. The two of them crashing on the way into the pits. So Shimasi and CJ having a nightmare. Lickle Blocks, interestingly, has gone onto the super soft tyre. Surely they wouldn't be staying. That's a bit mad.
I'd be like in the 80s at the end of the race.
Oh my goodness. So Lickle Blocks trying to take the supers to the end. CJ, the more wise choice, going on to soft. Shimasi going for another set of ultras. Doesn't fancy those soft tires at all, does he? So Falcon leading now from Nowak second, Zallen third, and Gurnen in fourth. And to be fair to Gurnen, he's doing a solid job, isn't he? Keeping it on.
Oh yeah, as Michael picks up a penalty. But I mean, I don't think he's too worried. He's all over the back of Gurnen. Gurnen pulled like a 1.5-second gap and just wound it back down. I think that damage is starting to get to Gurnen.
Yep, it really is. As keep an eye on Lewis, who's chasing Bulletproof in that 9th and 10th position.
Whoa!
In front of that, you've got Johnny's there on Mercedes. They're all queuing up behind Ace of Pace as well, strangely. It's a little bit of a queue there.
I guess they can't blame Bullet, you know, even on the super softs, Bullet's still with an attacking range of the car in front of him and the car in front of him. So he's doing a solid job on those super softs. The race is working out in his favor.
Yeah, the same for That's Me and Cliffy. That's Me and Cliffy were right down near the back of the pack.
Yeah, Cliffy was 19th, I think.
I mean,
or 17.
they might get a couple of points out of this Grand Prix, but if everyone keeps their nose clean at them, they're probably going to struggle. But
probably, yeah.
The fact they'll be on quicker tyres towards the end of the race, they might be able to try and move somewhere. I mean, it's a glimmer of hope, isn't it, really? There's no more than that. Look at them all funneling their way through the hairpin, and what a battle this is. So many cars. This is going to be the feature of the race, I think. The likes of Acer Pace, Zera Mercedes, Johnny, Bullet, Lewis, It's Me, Cliffy, they're all in there in a big massive queue. Well, sorry, not It's Me, down to Lewis at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars in a line. That's Acer Pace, Zera Mercedes, Johnny, Bullet, Lewis, and I'm keeping an eye right now on Zera Mercedes, so it's quite racy behind Acer Pace. And Acer Pace, is he carrying damage? No, he's not. But seemingly not fully confident with himself. And how do you approach Monaco? You're a what were you saying?
Well, no, sorry, Acer Pace came sideways out of that high-speed chicane at the end of the swimming pool there. But you're saying, how do I approach Monaco?
Yeah, how would you approach Monaco? You one that would take it easy?
Yeah.
And find your way into the Grand Prix and
just
pick up the pieces from any problems?
That's pretty much how I approach every Monaco. So like, I just want to score points. That's really it. That's my biggest thing in Monaco, is just trying to score as many points as I can. As Lewis is in for a front wing. Yeah,
4 cars come into the pits there. I think there's a bit of contact going on down at the swimming pool chicane, because 4 cars have come in. Lewis, Bugatti, Hayden, Brandon, they were all around the same area on the racetrack, and they've all had to come into the pits. Lewis has gone for softs, Bugatti super softs, Hayden softs, and Brandon super softs. So a lot of chaos going on between those guys. As I go back to a little battle between Cliffy and It's Me, and Cliffy's right up the back of It's Me. Is he going to try a move on It's Me? He's actually quite close here.
He's actually very quite close.
In Monte Carlo. Cliffy, is he going to send one up the inside of It's Me? Oh, yellow flags, what a time for that. He has a look up the inside of It's Me.
Yeah, I think
can't find
Gunnan's out.
Gunnan in the wall, that's why. He's gone way off the road.
Whoa.
Wow, has he lost it at the top of the hill, coming down towards the Nouvelle chicane? I think he might have. We've seen so many people do that in the past, and gone in, just managed to do it. The left front tyre folded tight up against the chassis, and his race is run, and that's a shame for Gunnan.
That's a shame.
It's probably that front line damage that's caused the issue, isn't it?
Oh, it's Callum just lets Cliffy through. I think he's just feeling it wasn't worth the pressure of having a fast-moving Red Bull behind you. But
strange,
that's
given
more.
It's Monte Carlo, though.
Yeah. Set to 2, set to 3 yellow flags.
Yellow flags.
Oh, it's Hayden.
I don't know why.
Hayden's around with no wing.
Hayden's in the wall, and big damage there down at Tabac. These drivers really struggling to keep things under control. Look at that, Nowak out front, pulling to within a second now of Falcon. So
Falcon tapped the wall too.
Yeah, he has. So there you go, Nowak homing in on him, and Zera must. Oh, who was that hitting the wall? Somebody just hit the wall very hard. I think it was Michael Davis, perhaps. I just caught catching the wall, or was it Zalin? Zalin's got front line damage now as well. Left end plate damaged for Zalin,
yeah, he's
and that's why
damaged
he's dropped off to 6.5 seconds off that group at the front. And Nowak now 7/10 back, and really upping the ante, Jamie.
Yeah, he's finally turning it up, trying to give Falcon the charge. I think he was just kind of sitting back, you know, and just trying to get a feel for the track before he goes into tag. But I also noticed that Falcon seems to be sliding all over the track in the last couple of laps, especially he hit in the wall. Luckily, he hit it with the tires, not the wing. But he's going to start having to look in his mirrors for that blue and red Superman colored Toro Rosso. Missed that car.
I tell you who else is going to have to look in his mirrors, Jamie? Matt Tibos. Look at Liquorblocks. He's chasing him all the way up the hill towards Massenet, right on his tail, as Hayden and It's Me dispute 10th place just in front of that. But right now, Liquorblocks looking really racy behind Matt Tibos.
Oh, Shamasi's out. Oh, folded the chassis completely.
And that's a heavy hit.
Oh, he better not be on the racing line when Falcon and the boys come through.
Looks a bit like
oh, he is.
Isn't it?
Hasn't disappeared yet. Maybe he's ghosted now.
Out of the Grand Prix. I hope his car does disappear, because that will be a colossal shunt if his car doesn't.
Yeah.
He's ghosting. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's ghosting now. Kind of silly.
Watch that battle for 10th position. Look at this. Oh, look at Lico this time. He's right up behind Matt Tibos. Come on. So hard to make a move, Jamie. Did you manage to make it on Thursday?
No, only off the start when I got past DeWitt, who was napping at turn 1. but that was really the only move I made.
Oh, Lecco trying the Bianchi! Oh, he's going to do it!
Yeah, he's
you know
going to do
what?
it.
There might be contact there. Oh, he's bounced up the
now
wall
he's
as well,
really
now
bounced that wall.
And
he's taking up that wing.
Well, you know what? You've got to applaud him. You still have to applaud him. That was Bianchi-esque.
Yeah, he had to do it.
Move.
It's Monaco. He had to do it. So I can't really complain about that. But it's a shame he hit the wall. That's going to allow Callum to have as much breathing space as he needs.
Yeah, and not only that, will allow Matt Tibbles to come straight back at Lecco, you'd think, on those ultra soft tyres. So yeah, we'll give him that. It was a nice move from Lecco. It's aggressive. It's elbows out. You're banging wheels with someone. But it was just like Jules Bianchi's, wasn't it, Jamie?
Yeah.
Back in
Sorry.
2014.
Look at what's going on with Zalan.
Yeah, it's that front wing, I think.
He's lost another really 6 seconds in 2 laps.
Oh, hold on, Cliffy on the inside of Johnny. He's making a move. They're making contact into the Nouvelle chicane. Cliffy almost passing Johnny. Johnny makes a mistake on the exit, and Cliffy does pass Johnny in the end on the exit of the Nouvelle chicane. Johnny under pressure. Cliffy sent one down the inside. They banged wheels, and
He's
Johnny
flying.
might have let him through because of the banged wheels. I don't know, but in the end, Cliffy passes him and takes 8th place, and all of a sudden we're getting a couple of overtakes as Michael Davis pits. And
for a new wing.
It's another car getting a new front wing.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yep, a new front wing for him. Cliffy's on his way, but nice move from Lecco. He's now attacking. It's me, Jamie. Look at this.
Yeah, he's on a flyer.
Even with the wing damage, I suppose It's me's got damage too, so that explains that one. Up the hill goes Lecco. Any way through on It's me? Doesn't look like it as they go up through Massenet and climb down through Casino Square. Does he fancy a gamble? Well, he's past Casino Square, he might as well.
Oh, he's going to do it.
Gamble on the inside of It's me.
Fair play, what a move.
Beautiful move from Blickle Blocks. What an absolute stunner that is. Wowee. Down the hill he went, into Mirabel, and passing the Haas with ease. That was stunning stuff, Jamie, wasn't it?
That was beautiful stuff. And it was cleanly done too, very smoothly done. I think Callum is kind of just, he's not defending too hard. He doesn't want to get in people's way, as is shown with Cliffy. Let's see how he defends from Matt though, that's the big question. These two both teammates last season in ILR2. That was a brilliant move.
I have to say that is up there for move of the season. I mean, at Monte Carlo to try a move there, I've seen that a few times and it hasn't worked. In fact, I think we've seen that in ILR3 the other night and it didn't work. It ended up in a car going spinning.
Yeah.
But Lecco Blocks, no nonsense, he made it work. Even with his damaged front wagon, through he went and poodled. It's me was left standing still. What a move.
What a move.
And now, Jamie, I'm looking at ZR Mercedes, who's only right up behind us, pacing the battle for 4th and 5th. Is he now going to have a little gamble and take some of it? It's oh yes, going to have a look.
He's gonna think about it. It was a bit too far back. You got to commit to that move. You know, you got to decide halfway down that straight that you're going for that move. You can't, hesitate, because then that can cause a big accident. But he thought about it and he held back.
Yeah, it can cause a big accident. It can cause a bit of a traffic jam as well, can't it, Jamie? We've seen that a few times down the years in Monaco. End up with cars queuing up behind each other because they're all blocked up. As Senna Mercedes has another look at the Swede of Asif Pez, unable to do it into the Nouvelle chicane. He's got a good traction, good exit as he head towards the back. Can he force them into an error as they go through to back now? The fans watching on in the grandstand now through the swimming pool section.
Look at the battle for the lead as well too. Just keep in mind.
Yeah, the lead as well, very tight. Novak chasing Falcon. Oh, look at ZR Mercedes almost side by side with Asif Pace. Going into Raskas there, now across the start-finish line. Is there any way he can make a move into turn 1? I wouldn't have thought so. Zalan's in to change that wing as ZR Mercedes tries again. What about Nowak? Is he close enough to make a move on Falcon out in the front? Look at that, almost pushing him around the hairpin. Great little duel here.
So I was just watching that battle for 3rd with Ace Pace. I didn't realize that Bullet has caught that group of cars too.
Look at that, he's trying absolutely everything to get through. It's now a 3-way fight, you're absolutely right. And look at that, Ace of Pace might be listening into the stream, or he might have had his engineers tell him, cover the inside at Mirabel, because cars are making moves there, and that's exactly what he did. And ZR Mercedes left frustrated. Bullet now going to try and get himself involved, but Bullet has got front wing damage, as has Ace of Pace.
Oh yeah, big front wing damage.
20 seconds off the two leaders. The two leaders, by the way, are absolutely running away with it.
They're in a league of their own.
Is Falcon Pets. Falcon Pets. So
that means Noah has to do an absolute lap of his life here.
Well, we need to keep an eye on him. Can Nowak put in the lap of his life to, quite literally, put himself in a winning position for this Monaco Grand Prix? Falcon has gone for soft tyres, Jamie.
Hold on, so what's going on here then?
Wowee.
Well, it
Softs for Falcon.
doesn't matter, to be honest, if he comes out in the lead though.
Yeah,
Wow,
well, I
that's
suppose, but it makes Nowak even. I mean, it was all over the back of him as it was, Jamie, on the same tyres.
Yeah.
Imagine how much closer he'll be climbing even further onto his back if he puts on a set of supers. So Nowak, well, I think he's already conceded the fact that the undercut isn't going to work, Jamie. You would have thought, and he's going to just play his game later on in the race, perhaps.
Maybe.
Sarah Mercedes again, right up behind Ace of Base, having a look this time.
Oi!
That's contact. Oh, but it's no more than contact. Thankfully, Ace of Pace hasn't tapped into a spin, and we don't have an M1 traffic jam. Goodness me, that was close. Ace of Pace holding that third place. Sarah Mercedes in that Williams, the yellow banana all over his tail, and Lickle Blocks will be on them pretty soon as well, Jamie would have thought.
Oh yeah, Lickle Blocks will be there in no time, but he's planning on taking those supers to the end though.
Oh, Nowak in. Nowak in, and 5 seconds stop go penalty for speeding in the pits. He'll be furious with himself.
Yeah, he's going to be livid, and he's going for the softs too.
Wow, hey, softs for Nowak, so I'm actually a bit surprised he didn't stretch out and go on to supers. But there you go, softs for Nowak. Is he ahead or behind Falcon? I would have thought behind. Here comes Nowak. Here comes Falcon.
Yeah, well ahead.
Easy. Look at that. That's
even
miles
close.
Ahead.
That wasn't even close.
That's incredible undercut.
Yeah. The tires unrealistically wear a bit too much, I guess, at Monaco. That's one thing. As ZR Mercedes is in, he's going to go for the super softs, no wing change.
Yeah, very clever stuff there. He'll be delighted with that. So super soft to the end. Will that work for him? Obviously, it must work for him. And away he goes as Lewis goes past now, up into 7th place on those softs, and presumably going to the end. So Lewis can still salvage a decent result from this due to various
Oh, whoa! Sorry, I was watching Michael Davis and ZR Mercedes almost going side by side through the casino. I don't know how ZR Mercedes came out in front of Mike, because Mike was nose to tail with Lewis. So he's going to be fuming down there in 9th place, wondering what happened with
Did a front line to change perhaps?
Oh, I guess what it was. But look how close it is between 7th, 8th, and 9th. That's how close it was, though. Because Mike was pressuring Lewis that entire stint, but ZR Mercedes just managed to slot his Renault right in between. And so those two are going to go at it. And even Zalin is right behind Mike, too.
Yeah, cracking battle. Really is a cracker. This one could all end in tears, Jamie, couldn't it? At some point, you have to say. But I've actually been quite impressed by some of the driving so far. I've not had any major incidents where people have been crashing into people. We've seen some great moves. Lickle Blocks particularly making a stunning move. 2 stunning moves. One here at Rasgas as we watch now. Not as clean, but still, for Monaco, it was clean enough. There, I can't remember who it was on, but it was a good move. And then the one on XMe was absolutely stunning. That was the move of the season for me so far.
Look at these group of cars.
It's admirable. But look at this. Toro Rosso following.
Toro Rosso with the Renault and the Mercedes and the McLaren and then the Ferrari right behind. And then the other Renault is starting to catch up too.
Yeah. Really, really tight between that group of cars, and it's certainly going to be one to watch as Falcon now 2 seconds ahead of Nowak. Can Nowak close that deficit? I would think he will, Jamie, over time. And look at them all. This is incredible. Lewis is the cork in the champagne bottle. He'll be on these tyres right to the end of the Grand Prix. So this is going to be an absolute mission for him to keep them all behind. But if there's any racetrack you want to be trying to keep people behind, it's this one,
Monaco,
isn't it?
Yep. And he has to do it for nearly, what, 23 more laps.
Yeah, 23 more laps for Lewis. He is the World Championship leader, of course. He does lead Vistas and Lewis. Vistas and Lickle by 1 point. That will change today.
Renault
Box up in 3rd position.
The Renault did ship his wing. ZR Mercedes on the exit of Tabak, he kind of went wide, and now he's really thrown. Yeah.
Goodness me, that was a big clout against the wall there. And now look at Ace of Pace here, attacking Zalin towards turn 1. Is he going to do it into Sandoval? That's going to end in tear. Oh, Ace of Pace half thought about it and then decided against it. And that's when it's dangerous, Jamie, isn't it? Because you can cross lines when you do that.
Would you hesitate for going for a move like that, especially through like turns 1 or into what's it called, Sandoval, turn 6 up here where they're going through? Those are 2 corners you don't want to hesitate. Mirabeau, Mirabeau.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, so there they are. To be honest, anywhere in this racetrack you don't want to go half-hearted. If there's one place we can maybe get away with it, it's the Newville chicane.
It's the chicane.
You can cut across the chicane. Yeah, you can cut across it, avoid it, and don't have an incident there. But to be fair to Ace of Pace, he did well because he was very nearly having him and Zalin doing a Hamilton Maldonado from 2011. Very, very nearly. and the two of them did a very, very good job of avoiding it. So well done to them. Now Ace of Pace will need to try again, redouble his efforts, come back for more, and with that damaged wing. But Zalin seems to be getting away now. I think Zalin's got the full complement of his front wing now, so he'll be quite happy about that, and he can chase after Michael Davis. So Lewis still under pressure from Zera Mercedes, but not the same pressure he was under, because of course Zera Mercedes, as you said, Jamie, has now chipped that wing ever so slightly.
Yeah, he's chipped that wing. So.
Me, Jamie.
Oh, that's gonna be another cork in the champagne. Oh, this is gonna be fun to watch.
It sure will, and that's me. I don't think has been in the pitch yet, and he will be coming in pretty soon.
Everyone almost down to Matt. They're gonna close up to almost a second, all the way from 5th to about 12th. Yeah,
well, you don't often get classics in Monaco, but it's ILR, and ILR provides a classic just about every week. So if he starts backing these guys up, we're going to see some
it's going to be a good
chaos,
one.
So don't go anywhere, folks. It will be an absolute belter, this Grand Prix. It's me, currently 5th. You're about to be holding up Lewis, Zera Mercedes, Michael, Zalin, Ace of Pace, Bugatti, and Matt. And that is about to be happening here. And yeah, that just tells you how tight the field is. But back to the front, Jamie. Look at Norway.
Whoa, he's won that gap again.
He's cut that gap down again. He's winding it in. Now, Jamie, I've got to ask you, I know it's difficult, and I ask you this every week for every track. If you were wanting to make a move on someone, you've seen a few moves so far, where would it be? Where do you think is the best opportunity?
The best opportunity to make a move, in my personal opinion, is Johnny is facing the wrong way around at in the entrance to Buck. I'm gonna have to say it's the turn before the hairpin. What's that? Yeah, memorable. Yeah.
Where Lickle made that clean move.
Yeah. I think that's really the best place for me that you can get a move done besides maybe the chicane.
It's a strange one though, isn't it? Because I mean, it's the corner that doesn't follow a big long straight. It's it's strange, but it actually, you're right. It does offer a slingshot out of Casino Square and a little gamble, a little sprinkle of the money, and have a little guy up the inside. And maybe that's what we'll see from Norway, because they keep an eye on him following that Williams. He can taste martinis that close to the back of that car. Norway.
Another set of yellow flags. It's Bugatti, facing the wrong way around with no wing.
So Bugatti in trouble now as well, I see, and the front wing's off, and his chance of slim chance of points is now 0, and Matt Tibbles 2.
Yeah, that affected Matt.
Not what he wanted, but look at Norway, 3/10 now behind Falcon, heading down the hill, and is he going to make a move? Not into Mirabel, where Jamie thinks the best place for a move is. What about you guys in the chat? Where do you think the best place for a move is? We always want to get you involved.
Oh, sorry, Lewis trying to look on the inside of Callum. They're going side by side through turn 1. Oh. Callum still holds his position. They're going to go side by side up the hill as Callum this time is not looking to make that overtake easy. That was brilliant defending there.
It sure was. And look at that. Now Zera Mercedes is there, and here comes Alan, Michael Davis. And we're going to see him move down to Mirabel. A little look up the inside. Oh. Look at that, side by side. It's me and Lewis. That's right up there. Michael blocks his attempt.
Lewis wing damage.
Oh,
the car park as Michael's hit the McLaren.
Oh my goodness, Michael Davis hits the McLaren as Alan in the background. I did tell you this was all going to kick off, and boy oh boy it did kick off. Great racing from It's Me and Lewis to not end up bashing off each other and smacking it into the wall. Brilliant racing. Unfortunately, Lewis, his risk is it ended up costing him out of his end plate, but still absolutely brilliant. It's Me is quite literally a cork in the champagne bottle. 20 laps out there on those tyres, and these guys are all over them. Lewis, Zera, Mercedes and Zalin all right there.
And I think Michael Davis is the only one in that group of cars with that wing damage. I think he might have it now, but I think everyone in that pack has wing damage. As Lewis is going to have another try at It's Me. He has a lot of straight line speed.
Crazy straight line speed, but not enough to make a move into turn 1. Can he get a better exit? That was a good exit.
That was a good exit.
So up towards Masseny, what can Lewis do? You really see a move here. We did see an ILR4 though, up the inside this time. Never mind the outside. He's going to try the inside into Casino Square. Have a gamble, have a flutter, Lewis. Dive past him, and you know what?
And he has
gone past him. That is absolutely sensational stuff.
Oh my, he's done it.
Delivering again. Absolutely brilliant as the 4 cars funnel their way through the hairpin and down the hill towards the tunnel. What a move, Jamie. Talk us through it.
What a move. He set him up so well. To go. I didn't think he was going to go looking down the inside up into turn 3, but he did as well. And that forced Callum to go wide. And then side by side through Casino, around the outside. Well, as soon as he nailed that, I think the move was done. Especially on superior tires too. As Michael's in the pits for the Ultra Softs. So he did drop out of that pack. And now...
That was incredible. That was incredible.
Oh, it's in our Mercedes! Damaging even more of his wing. On the back of Callum. I think he was trying to go look down the inside of Rascast, but Zidane Mercedes must be losing his head in that Renault right behind that Haas.
I have to say, the ILR2 champion, it's me, he's getting a rude awakening to ILR1 here, isn't he? He's been overtaken twice.
Make that Mercedes!
Zidane Mercedes in the wall! That was never going to work.
That was never going to work.
Now Zidane will fancy a piece of the pie, and Zidane Mercedes is totally ruined. The front wing now, he is going to be easy pickings, I thought, for Zidane, even on this racetrack. How's he going to keep that on the island? It was a good effort from Zidane Mercedes, but it was just a little too greedy on the brakes. And it's me just about holds on and not quite overtaken for the third time this afternoon by an ILR1 compatriot. Goodness me.
Yeah, Zidane Mercedes just launched it. His head was gone.
Yeah, he launched it. I'm surprised he still got 4 wheels on his wagon. I'm not going to lie. That was incredible. Absolutely. Oh, side by side in front of that. Oh, it's a lap car. Goodness me. Oh, that was Bugatti and Lewis. The Bugatti wasn't moving aside there for Lewis, which is quite strange. Maybe he's quicker than him.
Maybe he's quicker, because he came out of the pits and he looked like he was flying. But it means the only driver has yet make a stop. So Cliffy has put in an absolute blinder. How has he gone that far up the grid? He's got up 15 spots. He's stopped.
Has he stopped?
He stopped.
Who has he done that?
That's what I was trying to figure out. How is he that far up the field? Wow! Zalem with a huge moment coming out of that final corner there. But, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out, where in the world did he pit?
Hold on, Jamie. Nowek right behind Falcon as they reach towards the Nouvelle Chicane. Is he going to send a missile up the inside? He has a little look on Falcon. Falcon has been absorbing pressure, soaking it all up. Lap by lap, and Nowek right on his tail now. He can sense blood. He wants the 25 points. Here comes Nowek right onto the tail of Falcon through the swimming pool chicane, splashing their way through. Now down towards Rascas.
Oh.
He's going to go round the outside of him, round the outside of the Rascas. Oh my goodness me. He tries it. It doesn't quite come off, but Nowek is really setting it up now. Can he do it?
Turning the wall up. Look at blocks of lap down all over the back of him too. I don't know what's happened to Lickle Blocks' race.
Crazy, Lickle Blocks right there, nibbling at their heels. He better stay out of this battle because this is incredible. Look at this, up the hill goes Nowek for a Monaco Grand Prix. This has been absolutely fascinating.
This has been a lit Grand Prix. Nowek. Wow, he's lucky. Oh, he's gonna let Lickle Blocks through. Oh, that's gonna be annoying.
Okay.
That's gonna be annoying.
Now this is interesting. Well, Michael, I wouldn't have thought Falcon's gonna let Lickle through. So that is
bulletproof out.
Strange. I'm a bit surprised by that Lickle's done it. I suppose he's allowed to do it, but he needs to pass Falcon now.
Yeah, that's going to be.
Pass Falcon now, he's going to get blue flags.
That's going to be highly irritating.
Send it up the inside of Falcon. Well, I'm surprised at that. Good move by Lickle, to be fair to him, but wow, that's the second time he's done it to someone there. But I'm a bit perplexed that he's managed to get involved in the front runners. He's got so much more pace, so you'd expect him to go past
looks like they've broken the wing.
But he needs to be careful. He can't afford to damage Falcon. He's going to go round the outside. If there's any damage, there'll be huge consequences. And there you go. Now Nowek on the inside.
What in the world? That was...
Oh, he gets past Lickle.
I don't know who that was silly from, to be fair. Because I can understand, you know, Lickle's the fastest car of the three of them. He's trying to get past, but I feel like Falcon really did not want to give that place. I don't know. He squeezed him against the wall. That almost ruined his own race.
If he slows down, oh, Nowek in the wall at Casino Square. Was he pushed into it? I don't think so. I think he just went off on his own. And
yeah, he's damaged that wing.
Has damaged the wing, and now Falcon can just calm down a little bit. So Nowek damages the wing. That's a shame for him. He bounced off the wall at Casino Square, and that has ruined his hopes of victory. Lickle Blocks getting himself involved. How do you read that, Jamie? Should he be getting involved? Is he entitled to? I suppose he is.
It's the worst thing is I can't really. There's nothing in the rules about not getting involved. The thing is that on a normal street, like a normal circuit, usually a lap car, if a lap car is that much faster, he'll go ahead and get the move done and that's it. But since this is Monaco, this is much more awkward. So I don't know. I feel like you should just maybe use a bit of common sense and backed it off as Bugatti is in the hospitality unit, the Renault. Off down at Mirabeau, I think that is.
Yep, Mirabeau, yep. I've just seen Brandon and Ace of Pace flash past in a battle with that car sitting off there. So that's Bugatti, Bullet, Shimasi gone in all out with Hayden's car just circulating, I think, disconnected. So we really lost 5 runners from this Monaco Grand Prix. It's been a thrilling Grand Prix. Novak has decided to pit, and you know what? That is possibly going to elevate the incredible Cliffy up to second place. I mean, this guy is on a mission. This is absolutely incredible. 16th place climb.
16th place climb.
Monaco. At Monaco. This is unbelievable.
How is he? I'm just trying to figure out, how did he pull that strategy off?
I think he just pitted early on sauce, undercutted a few cars, Jamie.
Yeah, I think he did like a super undercut or something.
Yeah, undercutted a few cars, and at the same time picked off a few cars when they were in changing wings and whatnot. So fair play to Cliffy for what has been an immaculate race so far. Very clean, very clever, and he's done exactly the same as Lewis. He pitted early too, only Lewis has been in the thick of it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the two of them have slowly wound their way up the field, and there you go, the best drivers come to fruition at Monte Carlo, and you're seeing it now. It might not have worked out in qualifying for Cliffy and Lewis in what was a bit of a lottery.
Sorry, I'm watching Lasson go down the inside of Ace of Pace side by side, going into the hairpin. Ace of Pace still is the inside line, and he holds it. Wow, that, I gotta say that you gotta go slow, not to damage the wing. But that was very good. Brandon's doing a solid race here in 7th place, pressuring Ace of Pace now, but a bit unfortunate for him as his teammate follows him in 8th. He's followed in by Michael Davis on the Ultra Sauce. He's probably going to go to the end. But do you think Noah can catch Cliffy?
He'll catch him.
You'll catch him, but will he pass him is a completely different story.
Yeah, and Falcon, we know what Falcon's like, Jamie. Well,
yeah, he's got the bottom. He's still got local blocks all over the back of him too.
Falcon, remember, has not won an ILR race on F1 2017. That's something like 26.
I think he's ever won a race in ILR.
I think he's won on F1 2016 once, Jamie, but on F1 2017 never. So Falcon, this is history here if he can pick up the victory and a chance to ping himself right back into the World Championship.
Yeah.
So wowee.
So I'm just watching this battle here between 11th place local blocks and 1st place Falcon. And it's just giving me anxiety the way local boss is placed in that car, because his tires are just far more superior.
Oh, Brandon! Oh, that was never going to work. He dived up the inside of the hairpin, and there's chaos down there. Ace of Pace and Brandon in the wall. The two of them, it was like Magnus and Raikkonen from 2014, and about 6 cars have gone past them. Some of them lapped, some of them not. Michael Davis
must be well clapping.
Oh goodness me! Brandon just sent an absolute missile up the inside of the suite, and yep, it didn't work.
I think his head was gone. His head was gone.
Yeah.
Thing is, Brandon lost out 1 position. All that, did he? No, he lost out. No, he only lost 1 position, and that was to Mike. And he's kept his entire wing. So I mean, sure, that might be a
cars went through.
Oh, that's gonna be probably a penalty, but hey, here we are.
Yeah, absolutely. So it didn't quite work out. Brandon getting frustrated. But again, to be fair, he had to go for it. He had to try it somewhere.
Yeah.
The hairpin, though, not really a place to be trying it, is it?
You can't do that unless you have a wheel, I think, too. I think he drives the wheel. I can't remember. But either way, it's just the wheel lock is just not. It's just not enough to go for it.
Yeah, and look at Novak, Jimmy. He's really hunted Cliffy down very quickly indeed. Look at that.
Yeah.
5.4 within a lap and a bit. Now, as I was saying a few moments ago, I've got to go back to this. Remember, Falcon has never won a race on F1 2017. The pressure will be on. As Cliffy pits, Jamie.
Oh. I think he can afford to, though. Oh, he's got to get a new wing. But I think...
He's going to lose out to Nowak, to Lewis.
Lewis might be a long shot to call. I'm not too sure. Oh, yeah, he has. Yeah, he has lost out to Lewis. I didn't realize that Lewis is that far around. And Zalin, he might lose out. He's going to lose out to Zalin, too.
Yeah. So my question is now, does Lewis need to pit again?
I feel like, but that's, the sauce can be the entire race plus more.
So why is he pitted? That's very strange.
He had to get a new wing. I don't know how badly damaged that wing was, though.
Yeah, I know, but surely track position outweighs everything.
Unless that wing was completely, like, destroyed. Like, because at a certain point where it's just worth pitting. Like, the damage I got in ILR3, I didn't pit because, you know, it was the last couple of laps, but if it was in mid-race, I would have pitted for a new wing.
Yeah, the two Renaults self-destructed in the final laps of ILR3. That was madness.
I got torn a new one in the Renault debrief, so... There's that.
I'm not surprised if you haven't seen the final few laps, or the final lap really of that race. You should check that out after this one, because it was a bit of a Renault explosion. So let's be honest, it was a bit of a disaster, Jamie.
Yeah, team orders being ignored, lap traffic, collisions, crashes. Yeah, I had it all. It's almost like Singapore 2008.
Absolute disaster. So there you go. That's Falcon's gap now up to 23.6 as a result of Cliffy's demise. So Nowak now up into second, Jamie, on fresh tyres. 23.5 seconds. You'd have thought that would be too much. It would require him to take 2.3 out of Falcon a lap. I wouldn't have thought he'd be doing that. But he was taking about 2.3 out of Cliffy a lap, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't think that's too much. Is Matt going to throw it down the inside of Callum? Callum doesn't even try to defend that at the chicane. Well then, Matt down the inside, clean as that.
Oh, lovely. Well done, Matt Tebos. I know I caught that.